What up, and welcome to VR Talk. My name's Scott. This is your weekly source for VR news, reviews, and more. We got a lot to go over today, including stories about a new VR Treadmill, Quest 2 game enhancements, and the Rift S is still growing even though it's been retired. Let's get into it. As we know, Facebook announced that the Rift S is going to stop being sold next spring, and they have no plans to continue making PC VR headsets, as the Quest really is their moneymaker. However, this hasn't stopped the Rift S from being the fastest growing headset on Steam. With almost 25% of Steam VR users using the Rift S, this has to do with a few things, and the main one being that the Rift S is only $399, which right now, there is no other PC VR headset that competes in that price range. Hopefully this changes and we see HTC, Valve, or new Windows mixed reality headsets come out in this price range. Now these numbers are probably going to shift pretty dramatically over the next few months, with the release of the Quest 2 coming next week and the HP Reverb G2 coming out in November. Could Facebook be in trouble? Well, a new report by US House Representatives has stated that Facebook may be being anti-competitive with the new Oculus Quest 2 and Oculus VR in general. The thing that stands out the most in the report is this sentence: conditioning access to a product or service in which a firm has market power to the use of a separate product or service is anti-competitive. This quote seems to be referring to products like the Quest 2 needing a Facebook account to log in. Now the document more focuses on the social media side of things, but hopefully something comes of this report, and maybe we won't need the Facebook login requirement in the future. So as we know, movement in VR is something people have been trying to figure out in small places and for consumers. And a new VR treadmill has just been announced called the Omni One from Virtuix. It's very similar looking to the Catwalk C, but there are a few things that Virtuix is trying to do differently. The first of which is that you can only buy this treadmill with a headset for it. And they are comparing this device to Peloton bikes, which seems a bit of a odd thing to compare to for a VR device, but it's more so because they're taking the same approach as Peloton. You pay for the device, and then you have to pay a monthly subscription for Omni Online, which will cost about $14.95 a month. I'm not sure how I feel about this. I'm excited more consumer-friendly treadmills are coming out, but this model of having to pay a subscription to use it, plus buy games on top of that, seems like it's only going to hurt them since VR is still a very niche market, but we will have to wait and see how things go with the Omni One. Alright, so let's get into some game news now. First off, I just want to quickly mention that the Steam Autumn Game Festival is happening right now, and there are quite a lot of new VR demos available to try, including some new rhythm games, simulation games, and some action and adventure games. So go check those out and let me know which ones you're enjoying. As we know, Star Wars Squadrons came out last Friday, and everyone has been having an absolute blast with the game. This week, Upload VR did an interview with the developers and learned some new info about the future of the game. And it's good and bad at the same time. So first off, there will be no future content for this game as of right now. The developers have stated that our philosophy goes, we're not trying to treat the game as a live service. We don't want to say it's almost done and then dribble out more of it over time, which to be honest is how most games work these days. So we've tried to treat it in a kind of old school approach, saying, you've paid $40, this is the game, and it's entirely self-contained. We're not planning to add more content, this is the game, and we hope you understand the value proposition. So yeah, as of right now, there will be no DLC coming to this game, which is kind of a bummer as it would have been cool to get new map packs and maybe some new ships. But it's also good news as we know that there won't be any microtransactions coming to this game in the future. Now Upload VR also asked them about a possible Quest port, and right now they have no plans for this. And that's understandable, this game is already pretty intensive to run on a PC, so getting it to work natively on the Quest would take quite a bit of work. In good news for soon-to-be Quest 2 owners, a ton of Quest games have announced that they will be getting Quest 2 enhancements. Some of these games include Superhot, Trover Saves the Universe, Arizona Sunshine, and more. They will all be getting updated visuals, and some will be getting the 90Hz update as well. And all of these games will be getting their updates for the launch date of the Quest 2, so you won't have to wait around to try these improved versions of the games. Population 1, the VR Battle Royale that everyone's been excited for, has gotten a release date, and it's soon. The game will be releasing on Quest, Oculus, and Steam VR on October 22nd. For those who don't know, Population 1 is a VR Battle Royale where you can build, fly, and climb just about anything you can see. You'll be playing in 18-player games with 6 3-people squads. It's basically Fortnite in VR. I can't wait to get into this game with some friends and try to win that victory royale. The developers have also said that a PSVR port is something they will definitely be working on after they nail the Quest and PC VR versions of the game. Well, it's October, and we all know that means that it's time for all things spooky. And the team behind Layers of Fear are bringing out a rebuilt VR version of the Blair Witch horror game to the Oculus Quest right in time for Halloween. The Blair Witch game released about a year ago as a non-VR horror game on PS4, Xbox, Switch, and PC, and it's now coming to the Quest on October 29th. In the game, you play as Ellis, a former police officer searching for a young boy that went missing in the Black Hills forest. You'll be accompanied by your trusty dog Bullet, who, yes, you can pet, which I'm sure will help calm down players who don't deal well in horror games like myself. This game is perfect for a Halloween playthrough. If you're staying home and looking for something to do, check this out when it releases on the 29th. Iris VR, the developer behind an upcoming cyberpunk VR game called Lo-Fi, has teased new footage of its new Oculus Quest game, Agency. Agency is a prequel episode to Lo-Fi, and from the short footage they showed running on the Quest 2, it looks like they're going to nail the cyberpunk vibe. We have no ideas what the gameplay will really be like for this, but I can't wait to explore this cyberpunk game when it releases. I'll be following this game and Lo-Fi's development closely and covering any news about them. If steampunk is your thing, well, we got a new Kickstarter this week for an open-world steampunk RPG for VR and PC. Patagon, the Forbidden Island, is a new steampunk RPG where you'll be able to fly in zeppelins, explore temples and villages, and hunt dinosaurs. The gameplay has you solving puzzles, hunting dinosaurs, and exploring this amazing-looking island. The game supports both VR and desktop players with crossplay, so you can go hunting with your friends even if they don't own a VR headset. They have a great team working on this game, including Julian Kahl, a concept artist who worked on The Mandalorian and Thor Ragnarok, and his artwork is what the game will be using to bring the world to life. If this looks interesting to you, go back it on Kickstarter. They plan to have a full release for next October, but you can get beta access to the game earlier in the year by backing the project. Links to the Kickstarter in the description below. So we got a couple new games this week for VR as well, including Panoptic, which is a local multiplayer game that pits you against a friend where one of you plays as the giant overseer in VR and the other plays as a tiny challenger who has to try to escape from the overseer, and they'll be playing on the PC. If you've been looking for a game to play with friends locally, check this one out on Steam VR. Falcon Age has also made its way to PC VR after releasing earlier this year on the Quest. In Falcon Age, you'll be playing as Ara, fighting against a force of automated robot colonizers with your trusty companion, a falcon, that you raise. You'll get to name the bird, play games with it, watch it grow, and take care of it. I'll be picking this one up and fighting with my trusty bird pal against the robots. Make sure to check this one out on Oculus and Steam if you're interested. Renlo is a new third-person puzzle adventure game similar to that of Moss. The game has you follow Agatha in a steam-powered city trying to unlock the truth hiding in front of her. The game looks gorgeous and has a great story that was nominated for awards at the Raindance Film Festival. So if you're interested in this, go check it out on Steam VR. Well, that does it for this week of VR Talk. If you liked the video, consider subscribing, leave a like, and comment below what games you've been playing lately and if you have any suggestions on games to check out. Stay fresh, and I'll see you in the next one.